one of the primary purposes of our movement is, again, to raise awareness. It's a symbolic garden. The garden is not meant to feed the millions of people in this country who don't have food. It's meant to inspire people, to get them moving and acting.
And I think there's no issue with it being a symbolic garden and you do your thing, but I think we're talking about after your event concludes, that your garden is not going to remain here on the property.
And so, as you know, as a young person in this world, I'm used to watching life being carelessly destroyed, and so the actual destruction of the garden would not, personally, really offend me, because I know that this is happening all around us all the time. Green space is being gobbled up. Just this back green campus at the U of T, this being astroturfed without any consultation with the people. And so the actual purpose of the garden is meant as a symbol. And so if that symbol is able to evoke current relations of people in the state and the government, which is the people who are hungry and who desire food are not allowed to do that, that's the imagery that we're trying to communicate, because that's the reality of the situation.
And that's what's going to happen.
Yeah.
As we sit here right now.
Real life will replay theater. And so in many ways, in some perverse ways, the destruction of the garden by Queen's Park will actually, increase the power of that symbol, and then bring more people. And then perhaps next spring there'll be, instead of 300 to 500, you'll have 3,000, 5,000 people.
Oh, we've had 20,000 here, so we're quite used to dealing with big crowds. But I just want to be honest with you. I don't want you to think that we're hiding any of our cards, that we're not. We're listening to what Queen's Park is saying, what's come down through the speaker. We're sitting here trying to be on the same page with you on May 1st, because there's a lot of events going on that day. We know that you're all going to come together, as was done last year. So what we're just trying to do is make it safe. You have your event, and then we're going to escort you down to Nathan Phillips Square, where you will join the huge group that is going to be there going down to Norway Park. But, once you leave here, there are other events that are coming onto the grounds. I'm not sure if they're coming on that night, but I'm sure the next day you've got more people coming on. So what we're just trying to do is focus on what's happening with you at that day, that time. And we're being honest with you that when you leave here, your garden, the symbolic part of it will be over.